Officially 20 years ago, yesterday in the United States, even though I'm not exactly American, but I still feel this counts, the very first SpongeBob SquarePants movie was released to the United States, and later on possibly the rest of the world too, from probably 2005 onwards. But yeah, it's shocking to believe a movie that has meant so much to me in all the years I've been a fan of the SpongeBob series has now been out for officially 2 decades. Ridiculous how time has gone, you know, ever since the movie's release, and even the 2000s itself, you know, honestly, when Nickelodeon just meant so much to people back then, you know. But yeah, again, it's real insane how all that time has flown by so quickly, because the storyline of this movie just meant a lot to me and just made a lot of sense really than any of the other movies really that I've really watched of the whole SpongeBob series. So yeah, to all of the crew out there, yeah, nice work going on both of these 2 other movies, because they are really good and like entertaining still, along with the 4th movie that's hopefully coming up next year. But all of these movies will not break just how much this movie really meant to me. So yeah, I personally need to give a huge thank you to Steven Hillenburg, who sadly for the last 6 years hasn't been with us in this world, but it's the reason how this movie got released to all of us, and it was all co-produced, directed, and everything else made by him, of course. But, you know, not all of the voice acting stuff is by him, of course, as you all would expect, of course. But yeah, he's the reason behind how this series was even made in the first place, you know. And to have this movie out now, along with a second one, before his death came just 3 years later, is still like an achievement, really, because he made so much, really, into this series. And so, you know, I can't thank him enough for making such a good storyline for this first movie, you know. So, you know, all the best to him, along with the whole voice crew as well along with it. So yeah, now personally, if you all haven't seen this movie, I'll be pretty surprised, because it's been out for 2 decades now, and for anyone who hasn't seen it, I would highly suggest you all watch it, because it just has such an incredible storyline to it and makes a lot of sense going all the way through, you know. So yeah, I'd highly recommend you all just give it a watch if you all haven't done so already, because it's just been spread into so many theatres, well, for the first year exactly, but then got its one and off release on this one YouTube video I actually saw from a couple of weeks ago when actually scrolling through the SpongeBob movie itself. And so yeah, you all definitely want to give it a watch when you do all have a chance to. But yeah, that's where we're going to leave things, guys. But it's honestly insane how a movie that I've had so much fun watching repeatedly for so many times now, but I don't really mind really, that has now turned 2 decades old. It's been out for 20 years. And honestly, again, thanks to the whole crew for making such an incredible movie. And I really hope we get something like this for the future. But honestly, I don't think it'll really break just how much that movie meant to me. So yeah, huge credit to all of the crew making this movie. And I'll see you guys for my next video. And remember, we're all goofy goobers.